welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. When passion and purpose and skills and talents come together, it makes for an interesting life journey and career. And we're going to talk to someone who's had and is still having an interesting life journey and career. Hong Trans-Speros, you are the sole proprietor of House of Hong. And then we also have Shannon Lucio, you are an actor. Thank you for being here. Hong, I've known you for years.
Years.
And
Decades.
now you have House of Hong. Just briefly, what is House of Hong?
Well, it has been a journey to get to House of Hong, which is a wardrobe styling site that I've put a lot of effort into the past year of trying to find and fit the needs of people, women especially, because fashion is always a need, and I would love to be the one to do the shopping and to style you like a girlfriend would.
Yeah.
So, I find it to be purposeful because I want the customers to all feel confident.
Yeah. And you are passionate about it. And
Love it.
And the other part of this is the costuming aspect of it too, which we'll get into.
Yes.
So you have everything. I was over checking out House of Hong, and I'm telling you, I was blown away.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. And Shannon, you're here because she has styled you, right?
Well, I'm here because she's my friend.
That too.
But yes, she has styled me for a number of events. She actually gave me a whole new wardrobe, which I desperately needed because I am not the type of person who invests a lot of time in my image, which I should be considering my career, but I have no fashion sense at all. And I think Hong picked up on this when I first met her because she's like, "You're an actor? You don't look like one."
I can hear her saying that, yes.
Yeah. And so when I told her I had some events coming up for a film that I directed and premieres and stuff, she was like, I didn't even ask. She just said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to style you." And I thought, oh, she's going to give me one outfit. And she comes with a whole wardrobe of stuff. And it all suited my personality. And she was very specific on asking questions about, how I wanted to present myself, what colors I liked, what was sort of the energy that I wanted to convey in my looks. And so everything that she picked was just something I wouldn't have picked for myself because I wouldn't have had the guts to dress myself in that way, but she knew that's what I needed, and each piece I love.
All right, I can't let that go. What was the outfit that you thought you didn't have the guts to wear that she got you to wear?
Well, she got me this one dress in particular. Was it Nanette Lepore? Is that what it is?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that was it's almost sort of this mix between something sort of dominatrixy and it's banding and style and has a sort of severity to it in that way, but then it also has this delicate femininity to it with this lace, and it's very sort of plunging, which I don't typically do that kind of stuff, but and it came with these heels that she gave me that were I don't wear heels at all. But all of it together just was this beautiful combination of strength and vulnerability, and I felt very comfortable in it to where I was even though I don't wear dresses like this, I feel like myself in it.
Where did you wear it to?
I wore it to an opening night cocktail event for a film festival.
Okay. Well, what I find interesting is your background and these things that lead to this, because life offers different opportunities. And I know you're a major networker and you get out there and do all kinds of things. Well, let's start back with the fact that you have a degree from Columbia University. Tell us about this.
I have a degree in poli-sci and urban planning.
Okay.
And that, once you leave a city like New York and come back to your hometown, there's lot less opportunity for, a 20-some-year-old to be I want to plan out the city roads. And but I did use that when, I think it was in 2000, Lancaster City had this project where they were trying to, shut down slumlords and be more proactive about crime. And that was a volunteer position for me to be on the Lancaster Crime Commission. And basically, I sat in cars at night and watched, like, you know, crime maybe or maybe not happening. And then I got pregnant, so I wasn't allowed to do that anymore.
Okay, yeah. So you also have been in the hospitality restaurant business?
Yes, yes. I've been, my husband and I owned a bar restaurant in Ephrata for 20 years, and we decided to close that down, not due to COVID, but we had already decided that I would like to see my husband at 5 p.m. and not 4 a.m.
Right.
for the first time in 20 years. And so for 20 years, I've been in the restaurant business. Well, I've owned it, and then I got another career while I was doing that.
And that career?
I was a registered critical care nurse.
Right.
So
you went back to school?
I
yet
did.
Again. Right.
I did. I feel like I'm a learner. I think I'm a lifetime learner. If I could take classes right now, I would totally make the time to do that and probably get a degree in, like, English lit.
Okay.
It's just, I feel like I'm all over the board, but I like the things that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved being in the hospitality business, and then it went over into me taking care of patients and knowing already what kind of person they were because of my work with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I could make the angry patients less angry. You know, wit and charm does that. And then I can also be a really good patient caretaker to the people that, weren't going to get better.
Well, you met your husband in hospitality.
Yes, we did. He is, if anyone knows anything about Lancaster restaurants, it's like 75% Greek owned, and also all of my husband's cousins.
Yeah.
And that might be an exaggeration, but I don't think it is. And he came back from his early years he did also another completely different route. He was an educator and also a life specialist, child life specialist in hospitals, where he would be there for the families of terminally ill children. And then he got called back into Lancaster to, whip up another restaurant for a cousin who needed him, and that's when I met him.
Right.
So.
And now you have 2 grown children that you have spent a lot of time with raising, and I know it has really meant a lot to you with your kids. They are everything to you.
They are. And I was just talking to Shannon about this last night too. When you have kids, it creates this drive and motivation, but also this underlying anxiety that never goes away.
Yeah.
And even though they're grown and, driving to Pittsburgh by themselves, it scares me every time.
I know.
And I don't know if that's too much, but I would rather that than too little.
Yeah. So all of this is your background to leading to House of Hong. We're going to take a brief pause. When we come back, more details on House of Hong. Stay with us. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about House of Hong with Hong and with Shannon. So we got into your background, Hong. House of Hong, when did you start this? How long ago? I mean, it's been percolating in your head, though.
During COVID, while I was still actually in my nursing career, but it was taking a pause, I actually started out just selling things out of my closet because I had the time.
Right.
I was at home, and I saw how people were responding. I got a lot of, buyers from California and a lot from Florida and Boston, and I thought, you know what, they wouldn't get these deals there. And so I started continuing to look for things outside of my home that were of, you know, mid-tier to high quality items that were basically there for me to like retreasure into a closet.
And it's the sustainability with
Yes.
this too. That's what's so important. I think we're all talking about. That's important to you too, isn't it, Shannon?
Oh, it's hugely important to me. I actually don't purchase new clothes anymore. I mean, other than intimate apparel, but I make a point of like either going to thrift shops or vintage shops to get clothes, because there's all this wonderful stuff out there that resources have already been put into, and I know that I'm not draining the environment further because of my fashion. And so this is something that really appealed to me about House of Hong as well, because there are all these like mint condition repurposed clothes that you feel like, wow, somebody got rid of this and now I get to give it this second life. And aside from the sustainability, I have this like attachment to objects. Like I kind of imbue them with personality, and I have an affection for them, and I think, oh, somebody didn't love you, but I can love you now. And so it gives me this like mutual sense of like, I don't know, just giving back to the item and to what went into making the item, and so it feels good.
Yeah, it is great finding these treasures and saving that money too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Costume cave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Talk about this. Boy, was this an acquisition.
Well, my daughter was in theater here in Lancaster for, I'm going to say 14 years. 14 of her 18 years she's been on stage. And I've always been that, she would call me a theater mom, but what else would you call it? Anyways, I would always go back and try to, you know, get everyone situated, not just her, but the other kids whose moms weren't there. And she was in everything from the Fiddler on the Roof to Wizard of Oz to Annie. So I was in those costume rooms and those theaters, picking things out, like putting things on a character, and loving the fact that I created this out of a hodgepodge of things. And it wasn't until the second to last show she did in Lancaster, I was going out to all of my contacts in theater, and a woman who I had known costumed a couple of shows, she opened up this storage unit and my jaw dropped to the floor. It was packed to the rim with these gorgeous handmade costumes, wigs, hats, parasols. I could dress a Madame Butterfly today. It is so much. And I asked her, I said, what are you doing with this? She's like, well, nothing anymore. And I offered her a price. She took it. I took over 5,000 pieces home with me. And it was like what Shannon said. I mean, I feel an attachment to them now. Like I own them.
Yeah.
I can go down and just touch them. The velvet and the lace.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So let's tell everybody exactly what you do and how to be a part of and utilize what you have. So if somebody needs costumes for
whatever occasion, or this summer I'm going to costume 2 shows. One is a modern young adult show, so I'll be going into my personal boutique for that, because I have from young adult styles all the way to vintage. And then the other one will be more of like a Victorian feel, so the costume cave. You know, I have to go in there and head to toe I have that.
Right. So I mean, other nonprofit theater groups, schools, you name it, can get a hold of you for something, correct?
Yes. And I do have to promote that more. I've been so consumed with building houseofhongstyle.com that I've kind of left the costumes to the side a little bit, but that's always ongoing. Once people know, they know to call me for
Right.
pieces. I just need to do a little bit more. I'm very bad at the whole social media thing,
Well,
but
you're-
I'm trying.
You're going to get better right now,
I
right?
have to.
You have to. So houseofhongstyle.com is a website. It's really put together well. I know it was just recently launched. You can go there, find out everything and anything, get your personal story, which I really like, and your purpose behind all of this. And then if you want to be styled, like Shannon was, they can reach out to you too. So Shannon, tell everybody what it is about Hong that makes her so different about this with putting it together for you.
Am I going to cry?
Well, I've done a lot of styling with other people in the past for events, and I find that what I don't like about those situations is there's sort of an ego attached to it, like they know better than you do about what you like to wear. And what Hong does is she brings you a lot of options, and you have a fitting, and you get to have this mutual discussion where not only are you like talking about the merit of this one outfit and how you feel in it and if it's appropriate for the event, she's learning a lot of information about you at the same time, because it's never just going to be that one thing. There's going to be other events, and if she sees your face and you don't like it, she's like, "Oh, get it off." It doesn't matter what she thinks about it. It's all about you feeling good about what you're wearing. And it doesn't have anything to do with the label or the designer, or other stylists they're sort of like paid to get certain outfits on a person by that designer. It's like, you don't have to worry about any of that here. You're really just trying to find what looks best on you, what makes you feel best about yourself. So the experience is very much about you, forefront, more than whatever she thinks is great or cutting edge. So I think that's the main different quality.
Yeah. So Hong, you are, yeah, I know, right? So you're on social media as well. So you're on Facebook, what, House of Hong?
Yes, in progress, but you can always just follow me personally, Hong Trans-Speros, and message me that way. You can always message me through my website, which is houseofhongstyle.com. And
Are you on Instagram?
I am. I'm learning. I'm getting to that curve where I'm learning that Facebook is almost antiquated now. It's all Instagram and TikTok, for God's sake. But I'm on Instagram at Hong Speros. Okay. So you can reach me any of those ways. I have to, it's really, my website is where I'd like my clients to go to first, so I have everyone there. Right. But just, even if you just want a consult and say, I don't want to wear leggings every day anymore.
Okay.
Which we all do for comfort, but.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple quick things. You are great with just getting together with somebody for a one-time thing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Where do you find everything? And if somebody is getting rid of some things in their wardrobe or whatever, can they reach out to you?
I would love that. I mean, people get donated things for me to sell, and I'll go through it. And the things that catch my eye, which is how I really source, I'll keep, and the others will go to, a good charity.
Yeah.
How I do it, it's so time consuming, yet so validating when I know I can look at something and I'll think immediately of someone that it'll look well on, Yeah. And again, like Shannon said, I don't look at labels, but almost invariably, whenever I reach for something, it's always like, oh, of course, of course it's Michael Kors, of
Right.
course it's, but those are the things that I will bring home.
Yeah. Yeah. So in a nutshell, final thought, Shannon, if you were to describe Hong and what she does, what would you just say in a couple of sentences?
That she's egolessly trying to help you look your best.
Yeah. Yeah. Hong, doesn't this feel good? You're passionate about this.
It's feels good when you both are saying such nice things about me.
That too. But yeah, you have taken so many different things in your life journey, what you have learned and bringing it together, and people skills is huge with this, in addition to your eye and understanding, and it's great how everything has just come together. So once again, let's promote the website, which is
houseofhongstyle.com. On there you can see the things that I can do for you, the pricing, how to reach out to me. I put out a blog every week. And it's really, styling people to me is secondary only to getting to know new people.
Right. And then we can find you by just Googling your name and checking out social media, which you're really working on.
It's a work in progress.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for what you do, House of Hong. Thanks, Hong and Shannon, for joining today.
Thank
you for joining today, too. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, reminding you to look behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.